Alright, welcome to the second ring of hell. I just realized I'm empty on potions, so before we start the cuck-fuck fight, I'm gonna get more potions. By the way, look, it's design! Just vibing out there as a fucking blob. One day, buddy. Alright, I am back. Did we do the ready call? We did the ready call, right? Like, we're missing a person, so press X to doubt. However, to brighten everyone's day, I have heard about a friend, heard from a friend, that there are new scientific ways you can kind of ensure your kid's not gonna get fucked over in life. Goodbye, Imbu. And that is by having eggs extracted, taking a bit of the male's sample, and you combine them in a laboratory. And you combine them a lot. And whichever actually comes out after testing a cell from it as the healthiest without any genetic fuck-ups, they can then choose to say, that is the child we're implanting. They implant it, the mother has the kid, and the kid's hopefully not fucked up. It really decreases the ways the kid can be fucked up. Because you're basically running a tiny thing of survival of the fittest. And taking the winner to actually get to enter this fucked up world. Then you just have to make sure not to traumatize little shit. And you should be okay.
Late arrivals disrupt the show.
Because as we talked before with Did, even if the kid's born fine, you can still fuck it up in the head quite quickly. Honestly, I admire the parents that, like, turn their house into a cargo van where everyone just has the fucking bare necessities and, like a computer or something. And so you raise the kid in nature. There's also people I saw who will make, like, homestead farms and raise the kids real close to nature and shit. Nano Saber. Yeah, they choose, like, the best egg. But then they also impregnate the egg. Wait for the kid to develop. Kind of. Not really. Like, they take all the eggs, they find the best one after it's been combined with the father's seed. They find the best mixture and that one gets implanted, and the rest, I guess, are just left to fucking die or something. Which, not really die, as they're, like, under 100 cells. I don't consider it a living creature until you can say that, say, it has viable organ of just skin. Not that it looks like a baby, but just, it's difficult to say at what point.
Well, would not cease to function if it was removed. Before then? Because there's a point where it would be able to cease to function on its own.
Like, I don't consider it a child at just, like, under a few thousand cells, but once it can kind of ever so vaguely look like either a human child or a puppy, or anything resembling having limbs and a head,
That's actually quite early.
that's when I would consider it's going to be a person. Because it looks like a fucking person. And mostly because if you have any health-related miscarriages, it'll happen a little bit before that period. When you can kind of hold your kid and go, they don't really look like a baby. Sometimes you have a miscarriage and, yeah, it looks like a baby. But there are other times it don't look like a baby. I would say, though, it's a human being the second it kind of looks like a baby. Anyway, off of this topic.
Very political.
I would also say there should be alternatives for if it's against the mother's health or depending on the fucking parentage. Like, unwilling mothers shouldn't have to keep their kid. I'm not saying fucking kill it. I'm saying fucking say find someone who wants a kid. And I'm not quite sure how late or how early you can surrogate. But if you can just transfer that little fucker over, that's one. But if not, then I don't know if there's like incubators that can do this shit. I don't think we're at that technology level. So if it's forced and it's just starting, you might be able to swap the implant, but if it's too far down, I say
What I've heard is basic.
I just feel like if you're forced to be a mother, you should have the right to get rid of the kid because, well, if you force someone to be something, they might be good at it, they might be shy at it, or they might take out all their piss-offness on the poor fucking kid. And I don't know about you, but hitting skip next on the do you want to start life button sounds like a better choice than get fucking abused. Or not have a parent. Or homeless. Like, homeless with a baby is...
Put him up for adoption, that's my opinion.
If the kid lasts that long, yeah. Put him for adoption, you don't ever have to look at the thing again.
Well, until you're actually slightly more well off.
If it's incest, I say get rid of the kid regardless. Just because their genetics are gonna be really fucked. And
Not immediately.
not immediately, but it's a higher chance that they're fucked up. And you're just giving it a slight chance for that fuck up cycle to continue and fuck it up more with the next generation if the same person gets their hands on that little fucker. So it's both health and the kids' safety. So you should have the rights to get rid of it for either of those circumstances. Just think of it more, it's less of murder and more of you're sparing the kid from what is going to be like a very shitty starting car to life. Likely. And anyone below the age of 16 shouldn't be having a kid. Really? You're not mentally mature enough? And if you're under the age of 10, who the fuck got you pregnant? In fact, if you're under the age of 14, who the fuck got you pregnant? Fucking hang that person. Except if the kid is if you got pregnant by someone of the same age as you, don't tell them. Educate them. Get rid of the baby and yeah, just educate them. Like, how the hell did you two do that? Stop. If the person who got you pregnant is way older, fuck 'em with a red hot poker. Anyway. Because every child deserves parents. Not all parents deserve children. And not all children deserve shit parents. I accept all human interference to any kind of reproductive process if it can be used with consent and the agreement that you're trying to get a healthier kid. Because fun fact, in Greece, there was an herb that you could use for an abortion. And the women ate it so much, they ran the plant extinct. Like that plant, that natural remedy, that natural way to get rid of the kid. Extinct. They ate it so much it's extinct. Hi, Mercurio.
Curses! Foiled again! I'm foiled for the very first time, but I won't be foiled any further! I will be back! At least once a week! Except possibly in summer and around major holidays, with a new, cunning, and overcomplicated scheme to conquer Lemuria. And then the real work begins, the work of governance. I will assemble a bureaucracy, rule with an iron rubber stamp, and pass any law I wish. And there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Sorry about that tangent. I'm not sure if YouTube's gonna flag that tangent or not.
Yep.
God. Fuck. Is it so wrong to have a debate about how I like human life? And how I want everyone to be healthier so we're not fucked over like me in the genetics department?
Apparently.